Well, right now, it is the Beijing Olympics in 2022. 20 years ago today, the Olympics were happening right here in Salt Lake City. Join me as we visit a site where they're bringing back some memories. Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Life in 5. Today, we are at the Olympic and Paralympic Cauldron Park for the 2002 Salt Lake Games. It's kind of neat because 2 days ago was the 20th anniversary of the Olympics, and what they did is they actually built this park just recently, and they just relit the flame 2 nights ago to mark the 20th anniversary. So here along the base of the cauldron, they've got different plaques talking about different facets of the games, got some pictures, just different things to help people remember what happened there for this really cool event. I went to 3 different events, I think it was, that I went to. I really had a lot of fun. This is a picture of when the torch was first entered into Utah just a few days before the Olympics. They did that down in Moab, and you can see here, this is right after they had a Native American that blessed the torch as it entered, and then it came along the rim and then went down the trail. We were fortunate enough to be down in Moab that day. My wife and my son Peyton and I, we went down and we were there in Moab. It was a nice, very cold morning, hiking up the trail in the dark, a mile or so, but we got to be there and see that. So that was really one of the neat things we got to do as part of the Olympics. Over on this side of the torch and the plaza, you can see they've got the Olympic rings and the Paralympic symbol. You can see on the torch here, or on the signs I should say, you can see they've got more information listed. But as you go around on these signs, you'll see they've got the names of the different athletes that competed from every country. Just kind of a neat tribute. So you can see the countries and then the people that participated. So it looks like they're going to keep this lit for about four days, I think. They said they lit it on the 8th, and I think they're going to let that run through Saturday, so Tuesday to Saturday. So was that 4 or 5 days, whatever? Well, here we are up higher. See if we can get the torch. There we go. We got me and the torch in there, so. Just like 2002. Now, 20 years ago, when the Olympics were held here and we had the opening and closing ceremonies at Rice Eccles, there was the screen and a small little area here, but this end of the stadium was open. And so you had the screen and then the torch was up above it. After the Olympics, they moved that out here in front, kind of down, probably around where these fences are. They built a little plaza. They had a nice fountain. They had engraved at the base all the name of the medalists at the Olympics and had the torch there. So that was kind of a neat legacy. But then a couple years ago, when the University of Utah expanded their stadium because of the Pac-12, they ended up closing this south end zone and they had to move the Olympic torch. And you can kind of get a view of it from here, just around. You can kind of see it right down there where they've moved it to. So not too far, but just around the corner from its original place. So it's actually the 3rd place that the torch has been. Well, I think that is going to do it for today's adventure. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Jason's Life in 5. While this adventure might be over, the adventure's not over for good. We'll see you next time.